Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find the real values of x that satisfy this radical equation. Now, before you start squaring both sides of this equation to get rid of these square roots, notice that each of these three quadratic expressions can be factorized. Now, in this case, since the coefficient of x squared is 1, all we have to do to factorize this is to find the factors of 7 that add up to 8. Of course, we have 7 and 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So we can write this as the square root of x plus 7 multiplied by x plus 1. Now, in this case, once more, the coefficient of x squared is 1. So we find the factors of 2 that add up to 3. We have 2 and 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we can write this as the square root of x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 1. Now, here the coefficient of x squared is not 1. So to factorize, let us use the table method. What are the factors of 6x squared? We have x and 6x. What are the factors of 13? We have 1 and 13. 13 is a prime number. Now, x times 13 is going to give us 13x, and 6x times 1 is going to give us 6x. Notice that 6x plus 13x is going to give us 19x. So we can write this as the square root of x plus 1 multiplied by 6x plus 13. Now, when you look at this term, we have the number 7 and we have the number 1. 1 is the smaller number. Here we have the number 2 and the number 1. 1 is the smaller number. Here we have the number 1. If you divide both of these terms by 6, we have x plus 13 over 6. Now, this is greater than 1. So that means that for this equation to be defined for each of these three square roots not to be negative, then x must be greater than or equal to minus 1. This simply means that any value of x that we calculate as a solution to this radical equation must be greater than or equal to minus 1. Now, of course, from our rule of sorts, you know that we can write this as the square root of x plus 7 multiplied by the square root of x plus 1. We can write this as the square root of x plus 2 multiplied by the square root of x plus 1. And of course, this is equal to the square root of x plus 1 multiplied by the square root of 6x plus 13. Notice that we have the square root of x plus 1, the square root of x plus 1, and the square root of x plus 1. So to simplify this equation, let us do a substitution. Let the square root of x plus 1 be equal to the letter d. Now, with this substitution, we can write this equation as d times the square root of x plus 7 plus d times the square root of x plus 2 is equal to d times the square root of 6x plus 13. Moving this term over to the left-hand side, we have that d times the square root of x plus 7 plus d times the square root of x plus 2 minus d times the square root of 6x plus 13 is equal to 0. And of course, we can factorize this. We have a common factor, which is d. Now, this divided by d, of course, is going to give us the square root of x plus 7. Here we have the square root of x plus 2. And here we have the square root of 6x plus 13. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, from this equation, it is very easy to see that either D is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. So we have that D, which is the square root of x plus 1, is equal to 0. And of course, from here, we have that x plus 1 must be equal to 0. And of course, from here, we have that x must be equal to minus 1. So one of the roots of this radical equation is x equal to minus 1. And of course, you can see that it falls within this range. And now to find the other roots, we solve this equation. So we have that the square root of x plus 7 plus the square root of x plus 2 minus the square root of 6x plus 13 is equal to 0. Now let us write this as the square root of x plus 2 plus 5. Of course, you know that 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. This remains the square root of x plus 2. Let us move this over to the right hand side. When we do that, we have the square root of 6x plus 12 plus 1. You know that 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. But then this can also be written as the square root of 6 into 6x divided by 6 is x. And 12 divided by 6 is 2. We still have plus 1. Now, here we have x plus 2. Here we have x plus 2. And here we have x plus 2. So to simplify this equation, let us do another substitution. Let x plus 2 be equal to the letter y. With this substitution, we can now write this equation as, here we have the square root of y plus 5. Of course, this is the square root of y, and this is equal to the square root of 6y plus 1. And of course, because of this term, you know that any value of y that satisfies this radical equation must be positive or equal to 0. So we have that y must be greater than or equal to 0. Now, to get rid of this square root, we are going to square both sides of this equation. Of course, this is going to take care of that. This squared is going to give us y plus 5 plus 2 times this times that. That is 2 times the square root of y plus 5 times the square root of y. Then plus this squared, which of course is equal to y. And then this is equal to 6y plus 1. Now y plus y is 2y plus 5 plus 2 into y times y is y squared. 5 times y is 5y. This is equal to 6y plus 1. Now, to isolate this radical on the left-hand side, we are going to move 2y plus 5 over to the right-hand side. When we do that, we have 2 root y squared plus 5y is equal to 6y minus 2y is 4y. And 1 minus 5 is minus 4. And of course, now to get rid of this square root, once more, we square both sides of this equation. 2 squared is 4. This is going to take care of that, leaving us with y squared plus 5y. Now, 4y squared is 16y squared minus 2 times 4y is 8y times 4, that is 32y. Then we have minus 4 squared, which of course is equal to 16. Now, since these numbers are all divisible by 4. Let us divide through this equation by 4. This into that we have y squared plus 5y. This into that we have 4y squared. This into that we have minus 8y. This into that we have plus 4. And of course, now let us move these two terms over to the right hand side. When we do that, we have 0 left on the left hand side. And this is equal to 4y squared minus y squared is going to give us 3y squared. Minus 8y minus 5y is going to give us minus 13y. And then we have plus 4. Now we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Since the coefficient of y squared is not 1, we are going to use the table method. What are the factors of 3y squared? We have y and 3y. What are the factors of 4? We have 4 and 1. But since the middle term is negative, let this be minus 4 and let this be minus 1. Of course, you know that minus 4 times minus 1 is still going to give us plus 4. Now, y times minus 1 is going to give us minus y. And 3 times minus 4 is going to give us minus 12y. Now, minus 12y minus y is going to give us minus 13y. That means that when we factorize this, we have that y minus 4 multiplied by 3y minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, of course, from here we have that either y minus 4 is equal to 0 or 3y minus 1 is equal to 0. From here we have that y is equal to 4. From here we have that 3y is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 over 3. You can see that these two values of y are both positive, so they are both acceptable. And now that we have the values of y, of course, we have to go back to that substitution. Y is equal to x plus 2 to be able to find the values of x. From here, we have that x is equal to y minus 2. So when y is equal to 4, we have that x is equal to 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. And when y is equal to 1 over 3, we have that x is equal to 1 over 3 minus 2. Now, 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. Of course, we have 3. So now we have two more values of x. We have that x is equal to 2 and that x is equal to minus 5 over 3. But now remember that x must be greater than or equal to minus 1. Now, this value of x is less than minus 1. So this is unacceptable. So the only two values of x that satisfy this radical equation are x equal to 2 and x equal to minus 1. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up and a comment to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more videos here. When x is equal to minus 1, we have the square root of 1 minus 8 plus 7 plus the square root of 1 minus 3 plus 2. Here we have the square root of 6 minus 19 plus 13. 8 minus 8 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. 19 minus 19 is 0. When x is equal to 2, here we have the square root of 4 plus 16 plus 7 plus the square root of 4 plus 6 plus 2. Here we have the square root of 4 times 6 is 24. 19 times 2 is 38. And 13. 4 plus 7 is 11 plus 16, that is 27. 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 2, 12. 24 plus 38. This is 62 plus 13, 75. So this is the square root of 75. Now, 27 is 9 times 3. The square root of 9 is 3. So this is 3 root 3. 12 is 4 times 3. The square root of 4 is 2. So this is 2 root 3. 75 is 25 times 3. The square root of 25 is 5. So this is 5 root 3. And of course, 3 root 3 plus 2 root 3 is equal to 5 root 3. So these two values are correct.